Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Haley, and today I have another email question from a subscriber who says, "Hey Doc, the biggest challenge for me as it pertains to my health is avoiding toxicity in the food that I consume. I can't always find or afford the organic foods I want. Question: What is your recommendation for a high quality vitamin C product?" And that's Tony from Punta Gorda, Florida. Tony, I appreciate your question, and let's talk about the first part first, because you say the biggest challenge for you as it pertains to your health is avoiding toxicity in the food, but we also want to avoid toxicity in everything we come in contact with. Now, we also want to be on a continuous detoxification of our bodies, so talk briefly about that. In your homes, there's chances are you have, carpets or couches or things that were manufactured with chemicals that are continuously off-gassing. Walls might be painted. You may have had your floors cleaned with chemicals, and the very things that your floors are made out of, they probably have chemicals in them, and everything's continuously off-gassing, going into the air we breathe. So it's more than just food. We are surrounded by toxic chemicals. We're being assaulted every day by them. I heard that the grasslands in central USA, you can detect radiation from Fukushima. Now, even if you're growing your food yourself organically, not using any chemicals, your city might come and spray pesticides once a month to keep mosquitoes down. I mean, the chemicals are everywhere. Living in this world is kind of like, back in I think it was the 60s and 70s, where they allowed smoking on airplanes. And if you were on that plane and someone was smoking, like Dice Clay said, you're in a tube. The smoke is everywhere. What's with the smoking section and the no smoking section? You're on this earth. The chemicals are everywhere. Some places more toxic than others. But the fact is, we are all being exposed to these toxic chemicals. We can't get away from them. The good news is your body has filters like your kidneys and your liver. We want to keep our diet optimal, consume foods that help us continually detox. And we want to probably employ things like maybe intermittent fasting and things that help, our body to detox. We are either in this digestion phase or, this parasympathetic phase or the sympathetic phase, and our body has to go through cycles. Some of us just eat, and we never give our bodies a chance to detox instead. So, I think of consuming foods that help me detox. I think of giving my body a break from food and things like intermittent fasting so that we can detox continuously. But looking more at your question now, how do you avoid toxicity in the food? Obviously, there's things like a dirty dozen. If you search for the dirty dozen, there's foods that you should probably avoid if you cannot get them organic grown. And there's also a Clean 15, which if you're on a budget, those are things that probably have less pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides in them. So, you're probably safe buying those things conventionally. And, a rule of thumb is how thick or thin is the skin that's on it. Is it something where you eat the skin? Well, obviously wash it really good before consuming it. Or is it something that has a thick skin that you're going to peel off and remove? Okay, those probably are going to be less toxic on the inside, and they're all also more resistant to the bugs and the things that might eat them, so they're less likely to have pesticides, as an example, sprayed on them. I grow aloe vera. Aloe vera has this thick skin on the outside of it, very, very bitter. The animals aren't going to bite into it. The bugs aren't going to eat it. In the world, pesticides are never used in aloe vera farms. Well, I shouldn't say never. I'm sure someone uses them. But for the most part, aloe vera is grown organically. There's no reason for pesticides. Anyone that uses them is really foolish. So, some things are safe to eat when they're not certified organic. Other things you'd be more cautious about. So look up the Dirty Dozen. Now, what is your recommendation for a high-quality vitamin C product? I'm someone who looks for nutrient-dense foods. All right, keyword term, nutrient-dense foods, foods that are nutrient-dense. So when I think of vitamin C, I think of things like, bell peppers. I think citrus. I think even potatoes are high in vitamin C, and tomatoes. The problem with this is most of these high vitamin C foods you're going to find in the dirty dozen. So you're going to want to get those organically. Or there's even some super, nutrient-dense vitamin C foods. I think of like Indian gooseberry, also known as amla powder. So that's going to be your high vitamin C, and I'd probably get it organic if possible, just because, for a little bit more, you get a good quality source of, you're taking it like a supplement, a powder that's going to be very just, my mouth's watering just thinking about how bright that flavor is going to be with that comes with vitamin C flavor. So when it comes to products, I think searching food sources of that vitamin C or whatever vitamin you're looking for, whatever nutrient you're looking for, food sources of, and then I see what comes up and decide whether or not I need to buy them organically or whether or not that's something that is safe to consume on a regular basis, conventionally grown, if that's an area that I might want to choose to save money. All right, Tony from Punta Gorda, Florida, thank you. That was a great question.